Welcome everyone to Take 5 with Iggy, and to the fourth Sunday of Lent. This Sunday marks the 26th day of our 40-day season of renewal, through prayer, fasting and penitence. Today, let's look at an artwork by El Greco, to prepare for our Gospel reading. In today's Gospel, the healing of the man born blind invites us to focus not only on the physical, but the spiritual aspects of our own sight.
1 Samuel tells us, "Not as man sees does God see," as we hear the story of Christ healing the blind man at the pool of Siloam. El Greco painted this story twice. Here we see his first rendition. Christ healing the blind tells the story of gaining eyes that see not only the world around us, but also the truth of the gospel. But the painting also reveals El Greco's blossoming artistic vision. In this early painting, we see him learning to see with the eyes of the artist, as he depicts perspective and the movement of bodies from all angles. Just as the blind man learns to see, El Greco is gaining his unique vision here. Christ healing the blind presents two main groups of people. Christ healing the blind man on the left, and the Pharisees clustered on the right, suspicious and protesting. Front and center are the blind beggar's meager possessions and a sniffing dog, perhaps a loyal companion, the only one in his lonely state. Further back, two figures complete the circle, engaged in a pose of compassion and healing, God's mercy juxtaposed with the confrontation below. Placing Christ and the Pharisees on the left and right is a point of irony. The Pharisees, who are assured of their right vision, are in fact blind to the truth unfolding before them, while Christ reveals the truth on the left, in the unlikely place of the blindness of the beggar. Behind the Pharisees, a sky of swirling clouds reinforces their obscurity and disarray. But Christ's healing is in front of a firm visual backdrop of stable architectural elements. Behind Christ, El Greco leads our eye to a vanishing point with a long row of arches, hinting that the sight Christ grants to the blind beggar is long-ranging and far. In contrast, the cluster of Pharisees obscure their own horizon, as their nearsighted vision lands only on one another. Yet, even in their opposition, the signs of God's loyalty and mercy encircles them. You might wonder about the four men gathered on the left. They seem unaware of what is going on. Here, El Greco inserts another kind of blindness, oblivion to grace unfolding before their very eyes. Their mild presence is perhaps more challenging than that of the Pharisees, who are lacking vision but not awareness. This story invites us to open wider our eyes of faith and become aware of the merciful healing grace all around us.
Through his encounter, the man born blind is healed, his sight is restored, and his conversion to discipleship begins. Let's pray the examen now, and ask Jesus to help us see ourselves as we are, and to heal us. As we come into the presence of the Lord, let us be still for a moment. Now, let's begin. Say hello to Jesus, as you would when you meet a friend. Ask him to enlighten you in your prayer. Then, say thank you to Jesus. Express your gratitude to Him for something that you are thankful for. As you recall your blessing, take note of what you're feeling. Now, say sorry to Jesus. Express your sorrow to the Lord where necessary. Were you challenged by anything that happened lately? What emotions are you feeling as you recall the event? Finally, say please to Jesus. Ask the Lord for help. Where in my life am I blind and need His healing? The blind man responded to Jesus, I believe. Can I respond with the same conviction and faith? Now, slowly bring your prayer to a close. Look forward with hope to tomorrow. Believe and walk in faith with Jesus. We've come to the end of Take 5 with Iggy today. Thank you. Join us again next week, 10 minutes before Mass.